All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what side of the world you're on. I'm on Eastern Standard Time up to the beautiful Daytona Beach, Florida. So welcome to
All
the
right.
call. My name is Dr. Shaun Carter. And as you come in, if everybody can mute themselves, so we have some questions until the end. We're getting everybody in. I'm going to keep this little box up so that we can make sure that everybody is, we're letting everybody in. So anyway, many of you have been sent your, can everybody see my screen? Let me ask you that first. Can everybody see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome, thank you. So welcome everybody, welcome. Once again, my name is Dr. Shaun Carter, and basically what I'm gonna show you today is, I know many of you are new, and if you are where I was when I got started 3 years ago, I didn't have anybody to take me through this. So I'm excited that, I'm able to take you all through this. And I've been trading full time for 3 years. So pretty much know the ins and outs of trading. Not saying that I'm just the master, the grand master of it all, but I do know what I'm doing. So what we're doing today is we're going to show everybody how to get set up on their KOT4X. And you should have already received a link to sign up on from myself, Dr. Branch, or Dr. Breakthrough, or from somebody, from a team leader, to get signed up. So what happens is when you do get signed up for your KOT4X account, they're gonna ask you to, you'll get signed up, it'll let you in, but they're gonna send you an email. And that email is basically going to be for verification. They need to know your ID. It matches the name that, so my name is Shaun. That's my middle name, and that's the name I've been going by since I was a little girl. But my legal name is something else, okay, which is my first name. And so I can't put Shaun as my name, because that's just my nickname. So whatever your IRS name is, your legal name for legal documents, you have to have on there, and you have to have your actual license. They're going to want a copy of it. So don't try to put a PO box in here, and on your license you've got your home address. So whatever your address is and your name is, that's what you have to sign up as and put that information in, okay? And so now what's going to happen is they're going to do what they call a KYC verification. If you look to the left where my cursor is, and you see me kind of circling around KYC verification, they're going to ask you for that verification. And what they want you to do is to upload. They want you to upload. If you can mute yourself out, that'll be great. What you've got to do is you've got to upload your driver's license. And once you do, they're going to send you another email that says that they've received it and it's okay. Now let me tell you, when you are taking a picture of your driver's license for your KYC verification, they want to see the veins in your face. That's how close. They want to see the freckles, the moles, the blackheads, whatever you got. They want to see all of it. So make sure you get close enough and it's clear enough. So here's what I do. Here's a little trick that I learned. I take a picture of my driver's license as close and as clear as I can with my phone. And then I go to my phone, into my pictures in my phone, and then I open it up and get it as wide as I can get it, and then I take a picture of that picture, like a screenshot of that picture. And that way it brings it so close to you, okay? So if you don't, you're gonna get frustrated, and they're gonna ask you to keep taking pictures until they can read the veins in your face. That's how close they want it. And I know I'm being funny, but I'm being serious at the same time, okay? So when you take a picture of your driver's license, they want to see up close, and it has to be clear. Else they're going to email you right away and tell you that it's not clear, okay? And that goes into the KYC verification. And really, when you first join, that's exactly what they're going to tell you. Now, I've already done my husband's, so therefore it's not going to, here says KYC approved. You'll receive this message that you are approved on your, in your email. So Get it as close as you can, ladies and gentlemen, because if you don't, I'm telling you, you're going to get frustrated, and then it's not going to get verified. Now, when you get verified, the first thing you want to do is you want to set up a demo account. A demo account. And once you're in your back office, you're logged in based on the link that we sent out to you, you're going to go to accounts. Everything over here to the left is what you need to focus on. Okay? So everything to the left is what you need to focus on. So you're going to click on My Accounts. And then you're going to go to Create Account. Create Account. You see that? Right here. When you create that account, I'm not going to open up one. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and do this. I'll do this with you guys. When you hit Create Account, you're going to hit Select Type. And you've got two types. You've got the demo account and a live. The KOT M4 by itself with nothing behind it is the live account. But you want to set up a KOT4 demo account. Then it's going to, and this says this is a demo with virtual money to practice on. Then it's going to tell you to select your leverage. We select 500. Now, what they want to know here is how much do you want to put into your virtual demo account? Okay. Now, this is what I teach my team. And I want you guys to be realistic, because here's the thing. When I got started in another company, the first company I got started in when I was trading, people were doing $1 million. You know, I think you could do at that time all the way up to $1 million. They were doing $1 million, and they were entering trades at like $1,000 a pip and making $30,000. This is virtual money, guys. Let's be realistic. If you're only going to put $100 into your real account, do $100. If you're going to do 500, do 500. If you're going to put in 2,000, put 2,000. Whatever you're going to do in your live account, that's what you want to do in your demo account. Don't go down here trying to put 10,000 in there when you know realistically you're not going to put 10,000 in there, because you're going to frustrate yourself. And then when you're seeing in your demo account, you're putting in, you know, a $1,000 lot size, and you making, you know, $50,000 off of one trade. And then you go to your live account and you put $100 in there or $50. Then you're going to be disappointed when you see 50 cents and not $50,000. So let's be realistic. So let's say I'm going to put, you know, $100 in here, and then you create your account. Okay, create your account. Now, when you do, you go. They're going to send you an email. They're going to send you an email, and in that email is going to be your password, and it's going to be 3 sets of numbers. The first one is going to be your password to get into to log onto your MetaTrader 4 and download when you download your MetaTrader 4, which right here at the top, if you guys can see that, let me get my annotation. If you see right here at the top in blue, right there, it says download MT4. Download. MetaQuotes MT4 is just a basic MT4. You cannot trade in your KOT4 demo account or live account on another person's MT4. So you've got to download theirs. They've got Windows, they've got Mac, and it shows you. If I want to go here, it'll say download MT4, which I don't want to do that right now, but you can save it. As you can see, KOT4, I've already got mine downloaded. So it says parentheses 1. To know you've downloaded it correctly, and you can put it wherever you want to, on your desktop, wherever, you won't see that 1 behind it. You'll just see KOT4X setup.exe. And all you do, ladies and gentlemen, is just simply run it. The prompts are there, and all you have to do is simply run it. Okay? So now, let's say you've created your account, you've went to your email, the first set of numbers, you're going to put that as your account number, and then your second set of numbers is going to be your password. your password. Now, your first set of numbers is going to be just all numbers, okay? It's going to be just all numbers. The second set is going to be your password, and it's going to be a mixture of capital and small letters and numbers. Just the first two. Now, the third one you see, that's just for KOT4. Don't worry about that, okay? So we've created the account. We went to our email. Now we can simply go and log back in. We can log into our MetaTrader 4 now, and we can go to My Accounts. And how you know you've created it, if you look here, you see My Accounts. You should see KOT4 demo, your account number. That's your account number. That's your leverage. You've got your currency and everything, okay? All right. Do we have any questions so far? Any questions so far? Awesome. Either I'm doing a good job or everybody's asleep. So now, here's the thing. Once you set up your demo account, ladies and gentlemen, your KOT4, you're going to download that, and I'm going to show you how to do that as well as soon as I finish this part. Okay. So now you've done a demo account. Now, for those who have done a demo already and you're ready to go live, the first thing, of course, your account has to be verified before you can go live. And then you have to make a deposit before you create the account. Let me say that again. Your account has to be verified. That means your driver's license has been verified. You can set up a demo account without loading funds, but you cannot set up a live account without loading funds. They've changed it. You cannot set up a live account without loading funds. So let's go to deposit funds, because now if you want to set up a live account, you can deposit funds, okay? So now that we are at deposit funds, what I love about KOT4, a lot of them have a third party that you got to go through, like Coinbase, Cash App, all these different places, right? Well, now KOT4, for one, the reason that we use KOT4 is because it has what we call low spreads. It's a great broker. And not only that, you can actually load your account right in the back office. Every broker does not have this. This is a beautiful thing, because I promise you, it is a headache. So you're going to select your wallet, which is USD 0.00. Then you're going to select type. Click on select type, and you want to go to credit card via Instacoins. Did somebody have a question? Keitra, did you have a question? I see your hand raised.
Yeah, this is Dr. Steve.
Okay.
What is Instacoins?
Okay. Now, you cannot go to your bank account and download, put money in your KOT4 account straight from your bank account. It has to be a third party or a middleman involved. So we're going to go from your bank account to Instacoins, who now transfers your money, your $100 cash or your $50 cash, into Bitcoin. Does that make sense?
Yes. So my question then becomes, so all transactions are done with Bitcoin, correct?
Has to be.
Okay, so I wasn't aware of that. I mean, that's fine. I just wasn't aware of that. Okay.
This is the wave of the future. This is how money is going to be done, because with Bitcoin, what happens is Bitcoin is not, you know how you can, people make money. They can print a dollar bill if they go through all the, we've seen American Greed and all these other shows where people can print money. So Bitcoin is something called blockchains, and that means that it's a digital currency and it's not duplicatable. Okay.
Okay, now is that something that's standard in the industry, or is it just with Coda?
Excuse me, it's standard in the industry.
Okay, all right.
Standard in the industry.
Great.
Then it goes to your broker. Man, what a straight line, right? Which is KOT4, which means King of Transparency Forex. Excuse me. So this is how this process has to go from your bank account, turned into Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is loaded into your KOT4, okay? So now, when you do this right here, credit, debit card, Instacoins, you're gonna have to get verified through Instacoins too. So let's say I want to put $50 in my husband's account, and you click redirect me to payments page. Redirect me to payments page. I don't think I've set up his Instacoin, so this might be a bit, but mine is set up. I think that's why I use his account too. So it's gonna automatically take you to the Instacoins member area, okay? Now with Instacoins, you have to be verified too. You gotta create an account. You create an account. Let's see this down. Okay, I must have created one for him. So it'll tell you to create an account or log in now, okay? And when you log in, let me see if I created him an account. Hold on one second. Hold on. Okay. I've read and accept. Okay, so now, okay, here it is, create an account. So I've got to create his account as well. So this is good, good. So I'm gonna put, it already pre-populated some of his information. You're gonna make up your password. It's already set for currency, USD currency. Then you have to read and accept the terms. Now, if you wanna go click on that and read through all of that, you can, okay? So now we're gonna create an account. I'm gonna create him an Instacoins account. And this is exactly what you're gonna do. So what I've got to do is I've actually got to put his ID in here as well. So by clicking, I'm going to pay $50 down. Okay, it's black the screen. Hold on one second. Okay, there we go. All right, so we got more people coming in. So I want to add $50 into his account. So I'm going to click pay now. Pay $50 now. It's already got everything pre-populated. It's got his Bitcoin address in there and everything. This is so much easier, guys. I'm telling you. What we had to do before was a headache. So now it's going to take me to Instacoins. It's already connected. It's already connected to his KOT4 account. Okay. So you see here where it says amount. Okay, let me see if I have a question here. No sound. Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
If you already have a Bitcoin address, do you need to do another one?
Karandi, if you don't have sound, check your settings on your computer or your phone. Okay. I'm sorry. Say that again.
The question was if you already had a wallet.
Room, so
if you already had a Bitcoin
if you already
wallet. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yes.
I think
you need to do another one?
Yeah.
If you already have, like if you have Coinbase or something like that.
Any wallet address.
Yes, a Bitcoin address already.
Yeah. Listen, trust me, this is so much easier. I have a Coinbase. I have Coin Mama. I have a ton of them. But the reason I'm telling you to do this, because you won't have to go back and forth trying to copy and paste from Coinbase to this. Once I do this right here, I'm going to hit Visa debit. And this is really small, you know, but it says credit, debit. I don't even know what that says. I can't even read that. Purchasing something. But I hit the one right here where it says Visa debit. Or if you have a MasterCard, you know, whatever you have.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I have a question. So what if you
Hold
don't have...
Hold up. Let me finish this question first, okay? Give me 1 second. So you hit debit, and when you hit debit, it's just gonna basically ask you for the card number, expiration date, security code, and the name on the card, okay? Now, when you create this account, what they're gonna want you to do when you do this, it's gonna ask you to upload your card information. So you gotta take a picture of your card and then upload it into Instacoin, okay? Give me a second, I'm gonna answer that next question. Hold on one second. So once he puts his information in and you say pay securely, it's gonna ask you for two things. And I'm not gonna do this right now. It's gonna ask you for two things, but the prompts are very, very simple, okay? It's gonna ask you to upload your card that you're using, you know, your Visa card, and it's gonna ask you to upload your driver's license again, okay, to Instacoin. And there, because Instacoin wants to verify who you are, it's a very, very simple process, does not take long unless they're closed. If they're closed, it may take a few hours, which, hey, it's fine. So once you do that, then automatically, when it's approved, it's gonna send you, you're gonna see on the screen says, you know, the $50 was successfully accepted or sent or whatever. They're gonna automatically send it over, so you don't even have to copy and paste your Bitcoin address. They're gonna automatically send it over to your KOT4 account. Okay? Does that make sense?
So for clarity, we don't need to insert our Bitcoin wallet address?
No, because you already have one through Instacoins. When you create the Instacoins, everything was pre-populated. Did you see how everything was
Got it. Okay.
already?
Yeah.
So
that's what I wanted to make. That's what I wanted clarity on.
Yes, they're gonna do everything for you. All you have to do is, like I said, take a picture of your debit card that you're gonna use, and take a picture of your driver's license. And they're gonna let you know when it's approved and that your money is successfully sent through there, okay? They're gonna automatically shift that $50 or $500 or whatever you do into your KOT4 account for you. So you don't have to copy Bitcoin addresses from Coinbase, CoinMama, you know, all these other companies that are out there. Everything is inside of your KOT4.
So someone that does not have a Bitcoin wallet address would still be able to participate with this.
Yes.
Once they are, great.
Because automatically Instacoin is going to create you a Bitcoin address.
Excellent.
So you don't need all the other Bitcoin addresses. Does that make sense to everybody?
I think so.
Okay. So now somebody else had a question.
Yeah, I was wondering if how you like transfer like the $50. Does that have to be in a bank account, or could it be like on a regular card and it could transfer into the coin money? I think.
Say that question again. I need to understand you.
So say like, okay, you showed like, oh, you put $50 from your bank account into the Instacoin. Does it have to be a bank account money, or could it be a regular card?
It has MasterCard here. Let's see, MasterCard debit. So this, let me tell you, guys, I love this because with Coinbase, you cannot use a credit card. Okay.
I think she meant a prepaid card.
A prepaid card? I don't think it's going to let you use it. Now, you can try it. I'm not saying no, because I haven't tried a prepaid card. I've done my debit card because it says credit, a Visa credit card, a MasterCard. It says debit. Let's see what this says. Visa Electron. I'm not sure what that is. I'll be honest with you. Visa purchasing. It might be this one. Let's see. Let me click on it and see what happens. I'm not sure it's still the same, but you can try it. Try Visa purchasing, or it may just even take it as a Visa debit. So you can try this up here. I only did my Visa debit, but I like the fact that I can do a credit card too. With other Coinbase, I cannot do a credit card. If you want to use like your MasterCard or your Visa card or your, you know, whatever, you can't use it because of that. So I like this right here. That's why I like Instacoin. So does that answer your question, ma'am?
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, Mary Kit, you have your hand raised. Do you have a question?
Yes, I do. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. My issue is that with this particular program, it would not allow you to use a credit or debit card if it's from a credit union.
That can't be true because mine is from a credit union. I got Navy Federal Credit Union, and that's how I fund me and my husband's account.
I have Aberdeen Proving Grounds Federal Credit Union, and it will not allow it to go through.
What you have to do is call your bank and tell them to take off the fraud alert.
And I did, and they took off the fraud alert, and then I went back in to do it again, and it came back where it still did not go through.
Okay, I'm not sure. I have Navy Federal. That is who I have, and it's a credit union.
Okay, because that's like the second one that's on my team that has a credit union, and theirs won't go through either.
I have Navy Federal. That's who I use. I've been using them from day one. So what I want you to do is Instacoins. Go to Instacoins and then go to their support and let them know who you're trying to use and find out if maybe it's an approved list, but I've never ran into a problem.
Okay.
And ask Instacoins, you know, and even you can go through your KOT4 account too, and tell them that you're trying to, you know, use a certain credit union, and Instacoins, you've had your fraud alert taken off, and that you're still having problems, and then they'll lead you on what to do.
Okay.
Can I say something to that real quick?
Yes.
Some credit unions use 3D Secure, some don't. And some transactions won't go through if that bank's not using 3D Secure. So it could just be an issue with your particular credit union. They may not be set up to do this type of transaction. So you may have to, you know, come get creative and try to do a different type of card. I know that, and I don't know for sure that it'll work with this platform, but I know there's other platforms that I've even used my Cash App card that they give because they use 3D Secure. So sometimes it'll work, sometimes it won't. You're just gonna have to, you know, try to work around it.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you so
All right.
much.
Thank you.
Residual earners market. I like that. Market earner. I like that. Thank you so much. All right. Any more questions before we move on? Any more questions? Now, the only thing is you gotta log back into your, you know, I can do a back thing here, but I gotta log back into my KOT4 account, okay? And guys, here's the you see the download right here? It says MetaTrader 4 for Windows. MetaTrader 4, we don't use the web trader. You either use the MetaTrader 4 for Windows or the MetaTrader 4 for Mac, okay? So let me log back in. All right, any questions before we move on? Any questions?
Yes.
Go ahead.
If I have Bitcoins that I got some Bitcoins out there in other accounts, I can still follow it through that?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. George, give me your code, baby. And this is what I like about it too. This is a what they call a FAFA thing. They're going to ask you for a double login, so that way your account cannot be compromised. So they're going to have you set that up as well. So and they'll send you an email on it and tell you, you know, if you want to enable it or not. That's what they're going to ask you, which is like a double sign in. And I like that because if you've got people out there that's trying to hack your account, you know, they can. So, all right. So somebody just said something. Yes, you can transfer your Bitcoin. You can transfer your Bitcoin. And what you're going to do is, now that's where you have to copy and paste your Bitcoin. You're going to deposit funds, and you'll deposit funds. And when you select wallet, instead of selecting Instacoins, you're going to select Bitcoin. Okay? You there, sir?
Yes, yes, I hear you. I hear you.
Okay. And you're going to select Bitcoin, put your amount of deposit. Let's say it's $50, and it's going to direct you to the payment page. Okay? And this is where you're gonna, you know, you're gonna have to copy your Bitcoin to your clipboard, and that way you're gonna be able to copy that, and then it's gonna put that money from wherever you got it at now with your other Bitcoin into here. Okay.
Okay.
And that's all you have to do.
All right. Thank you.
That's all you have to do. Okay. So somebody had a question here. Hold on. Let me check the chat. Do you know what type of fees they charge for commissions? It's low. I mean, you know, you put $100 in here. I think that might take $3 or $4, something like that. So, you know, if you're going to do $100, put 105. If you're going to do $50, put an extra 5. You know, it's not until you get into the big boy money, like, you know, $5,000, you know, you want to put an extra 25 or 50 bucks with that, you know, so they can take out whatever fees. But and that's the other thing why we chose KOT4. They're very minimal fees. That's the beauty of it. Okay. Now, what happens when Instacoin approves for your approves and it sends your money directly over here, okay? And where you're gonna see that now, let me put this out there because some people get frustrated. When Instacoin and KOT4, guys, they have to sleep too. They're just like us. We shut down at a certain time of the day. They are businesses, so they shut down at a certain time of the day. Now, so about 5 o'clock, things start slowing down. But do they still, you know, have people working from home and all that? Yes, they do. So give it time. If you do your Instacoin, don't panic. Don't panic if you don't see it in there in the next, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour. Trust me, within less than 24 hours, you go to bed tonight, the next morning it's in there, or either that night. I had that happen last night, and so one of the ladies was like, she got worried because her money was not there. It takes a minute. Let me explain something to you about blockchain. Blockchain is digital money, so it has to go through 6 confirmations, and those confirmations can take anywhere from 20 minutes to an hour, or sometimes if they're closed, it's going to take more time than that. Yes, this is being recorded, so it'll take more time than that. Okay, so I want you guys to make sure don't spaz out because you didn't see Instacoin immediately put your money in your wallet. Now you see the little wallet up here? That's where your money is going to appear, right? But you cannot leave your money in your wallet because it's just going to sit there and you're not able to trade with it, okay? So what you're going to have to do is what we call an internal transfer. An internal transfer. So if I wanted to take money out of my husband's account, I would select the type, and what I wanted, put money into his MT4, I would go take it from my wallet up here to my MT4 because that's where I want that money put at. From my wallet up here to my MT4. It's called the internal transfer. As you can see here, it says account balances may take up to 5 minutes to update after a transfer. Normally doesn't take that long. It does to see it in your back office down here in your history, but it immediately goes to your MetaTrader 4. You select from the wallet, and you should have like $50, excuse me, whatever you have here, $49.90 or whatever. Then you're going to select the account to put it into. You're going to put it into your real account where he's already got money. He put money in there. So he's going to put that money into his live account, okay? And then all you do is type in the amount to transfer and request the transfer. It automatically goes to your MT4 account, ladies and gentlemen. It automatically goes into your MT4 account. Do I have any questions so far?
Yes, my name is Vanessa, and thank you for doing this demonstration. I truly appreciate it. My question is, and if I'm prematurely asking this question because you may be going to cover it, as far as taking, say for instance, your profits out of your broker's account, does it go, do they send it with Bitcoin because you're depositing Bitcoin, or do you send it to your direct, what options do you have? We're going to get
to that. Right now, I just want to do the internal transfers. I'm going to show you how to withdraw.
Okay, thank you.
A quick question, Dr. Carter.
You got it.
When you're doing the internal transfer, how long a time frame do that normally take? So let's say if we're planning to trade Monday morning, should I do that transfer Sunday night, or can I do it 30 minutes prior to or 20 minutes prior to? What's a window of time the funds should be in that account prior to being able to trade?
Okay, so I trade on Sundays. You can wait till Monday if you want. Sunday morning, I put money, I fund my account Sunday morning. So that gives enough time, the market opens, and I do it maybe sometimes about 10, 11, somewhere around that time, just to make sure that all my Instacoin, everything's approved, everything's done. Now, once it gets in from your Instacoins to here, the internal transfer is seconds. It's seconds. The longest period is from your Instacoin to your wallet, your KOT4 wallet, if that makes sense.
Okay, thank you.
You got it. From internal transfers, it says right here, account balances may take up to 5 minutes, guys. Yeah, in the history, it probably does. But when I tell you, it immediately goes to your KOT4, it goes to your MetaTrader 4, it goes straight there. Somebody asked what a MetaTrader 4 is. I'm gonna have you get with your upline or whoever your senior business partner. get with them, and they'll explain to you what the MetaTrader 4 is. Or you can go back over this and watch the video. I want to, for time's sake, I want to keep going because we've been on, it's 1:42. Okay, so now we've done the internal transfer of our money. We're ready to trade. We're ready to trade. We're ready to copy and paste. And on Sundays at 7:30, I do a class on copy and pasting on the same website, wealthcreators.info. At 8 o'clock, at 7:30 on Sundays, I do a copy and paste class if you want to take that class. But right now, let's get you with a demo account and with a live account. First things first, okay?
Ma'am, is that Eastern or Standard Time for that Sunday training?
I keep forgetting we got other people from different time zones. Eastern Standard Time. I'm on Eastern Standard Time up near Daytona Beach, Florida. 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. And it's the same link that you use to get in here, the same password. Okay?
Thank you, ma'am.
You got it. You got it. Any more questions before we move on? Okay, great. I know this is like a lot of information, but once you get it down pat in your spirit, you know, when you get it, it's gonna be like bam, 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 bam. Quickly, you're gonna be able to do this. Okay. So now I've shown you how to get verified. I've shown you how to load your account, create account. I've shown you how to load your account, deposit funds, and it goes in order. As you can see, it goes strictly in order. Okay, we may have another question. Oh no, not AM, Roy. Definitely PM. 7:30 AM. 7:30 PM Eastern Standard Time. Yes. 7:30 on Sunday. If somebody can type that in the chat for me, Sunday. Same link, same password. If somebody can type that in the chat for me, I'd greatly appreciate it. So as you can see, this kind of really goes in order. You've got your dashboard. Yeah, I'm up at that time on Sundays because we have 8 o'clock service, 8 AM in the morning service. So I'm in church at 8 AM on Sundays when, you know, pre-quarantine and post-quarantine. So it goes in order pretty much. Dashboard, get your account created, you deposit your funds, you do your internal transfer, and then on Thursdays, I don't trade on Fridays, ladies and gentlemen, unless I see a good setup because I do not want to be caught in the market on the weekends. And the great thing about my training, on Sundays, and you want to be a part of this, is I tell you the times to trade and not to trade. Even though we have, you know, copy and paste, there are times that you want to trade. You don't want to take a trade when they send it through at 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. You don't want to take that trade because that's the banks are open. So I go through all of that, okay? So I won't get off track, but let's go through the withdrawal. Now, you've made your money for the week. Let me tell you, this is just how I am. Now, if you want to do something different, it is totally up to you. I deposit my money on Sunday and I withdraw my money on Thursday by 5 o'clock. If you want to trade Thursday night, that's fine. Totally up to you. But Thursday is my payday. So when I withdraw my accounts, I click on withdraw. And they tell you down here, all withdrawals can take several hours to complete. You may be emailed about the progress of your request. If you have a negative, now if you have trades going and you're trying to take money out of there, whatever your margin is, you have to look at your KOT4 and it'll tell you what your margin is on your KOT4 screen. And on your margin, it'll tell, when it tells you what you have left, it's called free margin. That's what you can take out of your account if you have trades still going. Or you can wait until your trade finishes and closes. And I don't advise taking more than, if you have $100 in your account, do 1 or 2 trades. Do 1 or 2 trades. Don't take every trade that comes through, and start your account at a 0.1. And we'll talk about that Sunday. I don't want to get into that. So withdraw. You're going to select your wallet, which is 0. I'm sorry, let me do this first. First, I've got to do an internal transfer. So this is another internal transfer. But this time, what I'm going to do is I want to take now the money from my MT4 that's in my MT4. I want to bring it to my wallet. So I'm doing the reverse of me putting money in. To withdraw, I just got to do the reverse. I go to internal transfer. I go to MT4 to wallet. And as you can see, all these drop-down boxes come. I click on where my money is. I select wallet, which is 0, which is US dollars. And that's why that 0 is there. And let's say I want to take out the whole $25. I put it in there, and then I request the transfer, okay? I request the transfer. Now, watch this. Your transfer then goes to withdraw. It goes back up here. I should see this $25.37. If that's what I'm taking out, I should see it up here, $25.37. That's how you're going to know that you properly did the internal transfer to get ready for your withdrawal, okay? Now I'm gonna go to withdrawal, and I wanna withdraw some funds. I'm gonna select my wallet, which is 0, select the withdrawal type, Bitcoin, and the amount. And I put in that $25.37 or whatever it's gonna be, okay? And I request my withdrawal. Now, here's the thing. What I love about when I request my withdrawal, now this also takes time. It's not gonna come, it's not gonna come within the next 30 minutes. It may take an hour, it may take a couple of hours. It depends on what time you withdraw. That's why I try to withdraw before Thursdays at 5 o'clock, because I wanna make sure they're open, and I may do it around 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, which is my time zone. And that way it gives them, they're still open, and it gives them time. Now, when I do it that early, guys, I usually see my money within an hour. Okay, I usually see it within an hour. So let's let me go ahead and do this so you guys can see, and I'll put that back in there. Let's do the 20. Let's do 25. Request transfer, and I can always put it back in there. Oh, it says not enough funds. What is going on? Let's do 20. Okay. Oh, the fees. Maybe I have to have a certain amount. Okay, all right. Maybe it's $50 I gotta, so apparently there's a certain amount you gotta have in there before you can withdraw. So that's kind of crazy. I did my internal transfer, my wallet to my MT4 USD. So it must not be enough money. Okay, let's do 10. Let's see if they'll let us do 10. Request transfer. Nope. So apparently there's a certain amount of money you gotta have in there, guys. So you definitely want to be trading and making some money. So, but anyway, you go to withdraw. And you select the wallet type, which you'll see, and then you select Bitcoin and then the amount. Now, what it's going to ask you for is your Bitcoin address. Your Bitcoin address is your Instacoin Bitcoin address, and it's going to take it back to there so that you can transfer it back to your bank account, just like you transferred it into Bitcoin, your cash into Bitcoin. Now you're going to take from Bitcoin and go to cash to put it back in your bank account. Does that make sense? I had wallet to MT4, is that what it was? Oh, MT4, okay, MT4 to wallet, that may be what it was. Thank you, thank you. Let's see, select wallet. Let's see if it does it now. Let's do 20. Thank you, somebody saw it. Thank you much. I have a pair of glasses and still didn't see it. So you see how quick that happened? And it just sent my husband's email to let him know that, we saw that you requested $20 out of your account, to make sure, and it's going to ask you, was that you? That's what they want to know. So this is a security feature. So there's your $20. You see your wallet right there? There's your $20. So now I want to withdraw my $20. So I select the wallet, and look at that. There's my $20. I have to do an internal transfer first. And as you see, I clicked the wrong thing, so it wouldn't let me take anything out of there. It's MT4 to wallet. MT4 to wallet, okay? So then at my withdrawal, now I want to withdraw. There's my $20. Select withdraw, Bitcoin, amount $20. And I request my withdrawal. Now they're going to send an email. They're going to send, is it correct to mention that there's a 1-to-1 rate of Bitcoins to dollars? No, it fluctuates every day. It fluctuates every day. We can't say that. Bitcoin fluctuates every single day, every day. So now I'm in my Instacoin. So I'm gonna log back into my Instacoins, and I'm gonna take my Bitcoin address and I'm gonna put it in there. And all I did was hit my back arrow for my Instacoin. So no, Bitcoin, it all depends on when Bitcoin, Bitcoin goes from anywhere from 3,000 to 5,000 to 10,000. And guys, when you're doing your Instacoin, when you see your Bitcoin address, copy that Bitcoin address somewhere, put it in your, put it like on a Word document or something, so that you can always have it. So, but you saw the Bitcoin address that it assigned when Instacoin when we first went in, and that's the Bitcoin address that you want to put into here, okay? So I logged them out. So I'm not gonna log back in, but you saw the Bitcoin address earlier, and this is what you see where they say they want you to upload your ID and your government issued ID and all that. Now, each time that you do this, guys, that's why you want to save a copy on your desktop, because each time when you go to deposit and each time you go to withdraw, they're gonna ask you for both of these, your driver's license and your ID. I mean your card, because they want to know that you are the person. It's a security feature, it's an extra step, but it's a great step because it saves us from transferring. There's nothing like transferring your money to somebody else. And I promise you, with Bitcoin, you don't even want to take that chance. So when you first saw me do this, and I went to deposit money, you saw that I put that my husband's Bitcoin address was there. Copy that Bitcoin address. Leave your ID and your card information on your desktop. So all you have to do is just upload it. You go quickly and upload it. When you're logged in, you quickly upload it, and then bam, everything transfers back to your card that you use, which is Navy SEAL insurance. And that's how your money goes. You can have it go to your bank account. It's going to give you several options. You can send it to your bank account. You can send it back to the card. Totally up to you. Any questions? Any questions? Any questions so far? Okay, no questions. That's it. That's all I have. Somebody has a question?
Doc, go ahead. Someone has a question?
Yes, I have a question. You said that, can you use an iPad to leave that information, or it has to be a desktop?
No, it can be iPad. Yeah, it can be your iPad.
Okay. Thank you.
You got it.
I just want to say, great job, Shaun.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. This is Dr. Steve Branch, and I want to say that and reinforce that. I was on one of your training calls a couple of weeks ago, and I got interrupted, had to jump off, but just the information I heard the first 10 minutes, I know we had to set up this call with you during the training. And for those of you that do not know, Dr. Carter is also on our 7 p.m. nightly Pastors and VIP Leaders Alliance call as well. So we truly appreciate all that you do, and I'm sure everyone's waiting for that recording. So as soon as you are able to get it, send it to me so I can send it out to everyone. And once again, I think we all are looking forward to your 8 p.m. or is that 7:30 p.m. Eastern training call that you do on Sunday nights as well. Is that time correct? Is that time correct? Is that time correct? 7:30 Eastern?
7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yes, right after our call. So right after our leadership call, you come right on the Zoom.
Excellent. Same link, same website. No.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
Dr. Breakthrough.
Yes, Doc, you did an extremely incredible job. I want to thank you on behalf of the whole team. Thank you for your dedication, your commitment, making it simple. And folks, this is simple. You just get people on these calls. You get people this information. They'll see the value, and not just see the value, they'll receive incredible insight, wisdom, education, and you're learning a skill that will be with you the rest of your life. And as one of my good friends said, it's like printing legal money on demand, and everything's totally legal. Come on now, let's do this thing.
Amen.
Thank you, Doc.
Dr. Carter,
God bless you.
I too want to thank you. This is Donna Ray and Pate McCoy from Virginia. We appreciate it. Very, very informative. We've learned a lot. Thank you so much. Bless you.
You got it. Thank you. Listen, let me answer a couple of questions. Thank you, Roy. What's your excellent training? And so in essence, we are playing the Bitcoin fluctuations and the market. Okay, listen. This is what I love about not depositing my monies into Coinbase, because it does fluctuate. So you can put $100 in there, and next thing you know, you're down like 95 if Bitcoin is dropping. It doesn't drop significantly. Yes, Carl, I will. So it doesn't drop significantly, but it does put you in that Bitcoin market. You know, and these, Instacoin, Coinbase, they protect you from being like in a trade. But you will lose maybe, if you got $100, you put 105 in there, you might see 104.99. You lost a penny. No big deal. So it's not a fluctuation as big as you think. Okay. But yes, it does play. So we transfer our monies as soon as we can. That's what I love about Instacoin. It's connected to my KO4, and hey, it's done. Can you explain when it means when it says commission is $7 per lot? Listen, we'll talk about that on Sunday's call. I don't want to get mixed up in that right now. And if you got a $7 commission, that means you're bidding. You got $100,000 in your account, and you bid it too high. You shouldn't have a $7 commission unless you have a lot of money in your account. I promise you. Shouldn't be any more than like 7 cents, not $7. If you're doing that with $7, that means you got a lot of money in your account, or you got a demo account that you've got 100,000 that you put in there, and you got a high commission. So we'll talk about that on Sunday. Okay, let's see. There was another question. Yes, I'll be sending the recording. I know you might be biased. Okay, Roy, how you select the broker? If you're under Dr. Breakthrough or under Dr. Branch, they have the link for you. Yeah, I'm biased. KOT4 is like the best broker there is. Trust me, I've been trading for 3 years, guys. I've tried every broker out there. Some of these brokers will rob you without a gun. I promise you. And you don't want to get stuck in what we call spreads, and we'll talk about that Sunday. It will hit your take profit, but because of the spread, it won't pay you. And a lot of people experienced that last week when oil dropped. Can you imagine toilet paper's going up and oil is dropping? Something's wrong with that picture. But anyway, that's a story for a whole nother time. So you don't want to get caught up in that. No, I'm not doing another training to set up the account, Javon. Whoever you're under, they're gonna send you a copy of this recording. Good. That's what recording is for. It's a beautiful thing. We don't have to do this over and over again. You got it. So yes, KOT4. I'm biased. Yes, I am. Use KOT4. Get the link from Dr. Breakthrough or Dr. Branch. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is 2 o'clock.
Excellent.
I got a call at 3, and I got to get ready for it. And I haven't eaten all day, so I got to go. All right, love you guys. We will see you.
All right, love you too.
Thank you. Thank you. God bless you.
We'll see you on the pieces of the world at the top because the bottom is just too crowded. Blessings on you.
Amen.
Amen.